We'll have a look at the first way to change key of a song. You'll notice up on the board here I've written just a tune that I've just made up, and underneath it left a blank staff for us to fill out. Now this first song here is in the key of C major. So you can see at the beginning there's no sharps or flats, and all the notes are within the C major scale. So the way to do this is write up your original scale and say, alright, I'm in the key of C. So I write that up on the board there. Now, if we wanted to transpose this song to another scale, let's just say we wanted to change it to the key of G major. Now, important thing is know the starting key, know the finishing key. That's the first step. But the other thing is you need to know, are you going to go up or down? So in this case, let's say we go down to the key of G major. So what I would suggest is directly underneath the original key, write the new key. So I'll write down the G major scale. And try and line the letters up as you do it. So keep them one under the other. So there's the G major scale. Now if I'm transposing it from this one to this one, what that would mean is every C in my song would become a G. Every D would become an A. E would become a B. So I could look at this and go, well, the original note it starts with is a C. C has got to become a G. And remember we said we're going to go down. So down here we could go, right, this C has got to become a G, and I could write the note G there. Now I would suggest when you write a transpose song, the first thing is just put the note heads on. Don't worry about anything yet. You can go and say, well, I know it's 2/4, I'll put all that in, but just a good way to do it is just write the heads of the notes. So this A here, A would become an E. So I know it's got to go down, so I'll put the E here. I know there'll be a bar line there. All right, that's a D. D becomes an A. This one is an E. E becomes a B. So you can see what I'm doing here is I'm just going through filling each one out. D becomes an A. All right, we've got a bar line. This F would become a C. That E would become a B. D would become an A. This B would become an F sharp. Now at this point, we just need to put it as an F, and I'll show you why. And then the C at the end would become a G. And that one's a minim, so I won't colour that in. Now I know I've got a double bar line here. So, now to finish this off, I've got to go and put all the other symbols on. Now, if it was a crotchet here, it will remain a crotchet down here, and you go through getting all your stem directions correct. So these ones would go up, those two quavers. These ones will now turn to be down. That could be up or down. This one will go up, that will go up, that one will have to go up. Alright, now we're not quite finished yet. Next thing is, this one we said is in the key of G. Now if you remember, G always contains F sharps. The reason we didn't put a sharp next to this note is because we're going to put it at the beginning in the key signature. So always go and make sure you put the key signature of the new scale at the beginning. And then I've got to put my 2/4 in here because that will remain the same. Alright, and there we have it. So what we've done now is we've changed that song from being in the key of C to in the key of G. And we use this method of writing the two scales out and just changing it from whatever it was to whatever it should be. Make sure you always go the same direction. So what I mean by that is, this note here, there is a G up the top here, but that would be up from that note, and I've got to go down if it's specified that the song goes down. So that's how you transpose between one key and another. There's many examples I could come up with in different keys. Whatever key I start with, I could start with F and go to G. It would all work the same way. Write the scales out, and then change each note, and then fill out all of the rest of the stems and the shapes. Don't forget your key signature, very important.